Hey, this is Dan Brzezowski. Wanted to welcome you back to the podcast. I'm going a little biblical today. I'll see you on the inside.
Welcome.
Attention, please.
Welcome aboard.
Welcome to the No Comfort Zone podcast. It's time to get out of your comfort zone and live on purpose. Broadcasting to the world from Rockford, Illinois. This is your wake-up call.
Warning.
You are the solutions to all your problems. Stop thinking average. Become the hero version of yourself. Every day, every time, without fail, no exceptions. It all matters. You've entered the No Comfort Zone. It's time for a reality check.
That's right. My man Sam Crowley literally was talking about a Christian with a counterpunch. He used it in one of his podcasts, and I thought that was the most awesome thing. The guy will put some stuff out there, but as soon as somebody comes to attack him, he'll give you definitely a very hard right cross quickly. And he's a really good dude. But when he said that, I called him up and I said, dude, you need to turn that into a book, because the way you live and what you do, that's ideal for a book. He is very purposeful with his faith. He's not afraid of it. He doesn't run away from it. He puts it out there, and he's a very successful entrepreneur. And he coaches people on their podcast and getting their message out to the world. And that's how I met him. That's how we have this podcast here today. It's because of Sam Crowley. But what I want to tell you is, I'm biblical. I'm not that biblical. I'm not like Sam. But St. Paul's letter to the Ephesians, in St. Paul's letter to the Ephesians, he says, be careful in nothing. Now, I didn't know that St. Paul was listening to the No Comfort Zone podcast, Success and Motivation from the No Comfort Zone. I didn't know he was listening to it. But man, when I heard that, I'm just telling you, that's what life's all about. Be careful in nothing. What that means is get an idea of where you want to go in your life, have a really good understanding of who you are really right now, whatever that may look like, not who you want to be, but who you are right now, and decide, what am I willing to do? What am I willing to change? And what actions am I going to take moving forward to become that person that I want to be? Because I know who I am. Now that you know who you are, be careful in nothing. See, if you do the right thing, the next right thing happens. That's the truth. When you do the right thing, the next right thing happens. When you put the donut down, you've done the right thing. You're becoming healthier because you're thinking healthier and you're acting healthier. Listen, this isn't a health and fitness podcast. It's not a relationship podcast. It's not a religious podcast. This is a podcast for the person that's saying to themselves, I'm lost. I don't know where to go in my life. I just have ambitions. I think I do. And I just want to start finding my purpose, and I want to start living in life. And if you think you've gone through enough adversity in your life, and if you think you're that person that says, you know what, I got a message deep inside of me based on my adversity, you need to go to Dan at the No Comfort Zone, or go to the nocomfortzone.com and get on my calendar so that I can help you put that message together so you can blast that message out to the world. Who would have thought from podcasting in Rockford, Illinois, that I would be able to have, like last month alone, I had 11,100 new unique downloads. That's amazing. Who is listening to me? I know Spain's in the house. I know Australia. I know Russia. I know Japan just came on board. Pretty cool. Everywhere in the United States, South America, Central America, Ecuador, Nicaragua. Boy, I can keep going on and on. It's just blown up, and I'm so happy about that. So if you've got a message you want to share, hit me up. Let me help you put that message together so you can start letting people know who you are and what you've done, because people need to hear it. I'm telling you. The amount of response that I get back from people saying, man, I get it. I understand. I know where you're coming from, and I feel you. And here's the adversity I'm dealing with, and here's what I'm trying to understand out of it. The blueprint will tell you exactly what's going on and the gems that life gave you for you to catapult yourself to the next level of success. I'm telling you, this stuff works. I just want everybody on the planet to understand that there's a process that you go through adversity, and when you come out of it, you become better. So as St. Paul said to the Ephesians, I'm not a religious guy, by the way, be careful in nothing. It's your life. Do you want to walk on eggshells the rest of your life? No, you don't want to walk on eggshells. You want to start living life. Breathe it in, Fill your lungs up with it. Go out there in the brisk, cold air and just enjoy your life. One foot in front of the other with purpose, with intention. You need to start being the person that's going to be the person for everybody else. And what does that mean? You got to live right, man. I said it in my last podcast, you got to start accomplishing stuff. And if you haven't accomplished it, make it really painful, make it bad, make it uncomfortable. Then point that in the right direction. Let it catapult you towards success. What does success even mean to you? What does it mean? Well, let me ask you this. I'll give you a quick story. So I'm getting out of the Marines and I'm talking to another Marine. And this dude says to me and he goes, what's going on, man? And I go, dude, I'm nervous. I just took my vocational test. It said two things. I should be a funeral director or I should be in catering. Everyone laughed and they're like, so what are you going to do? And I go, well, I'm going to go in law enforcement, I think, but I don't know if I'm going to get accepted into the academy because the police academy is going through a hiring freeze. I don't know what to expect. I'm scared shitless to leave the Marines because the only thing I know is this. He goes like, bro, let me ask you a question. This dude asked me straight up, and we weren't the best of friends. We didn't know each other that well, but he was a Marine and he was helping another Marine out. And we were in this exiting the Marine course together. There's like 30 of us. And he said, hey man, can I ask you something? Is worrying going to get you a job? Man, you 4 years in the Marines, what'd you learn? Bearing, poise. Got it, man. I understand what you're saying. It stuck with me for 30 some years. And I want to share that with you. If you worry, is your life going to get any better? If you're scared about making a decision and going in a direction, is that going to change? Is that going to be any good for you or your family or whatever you've got going on? Is it going to get you where you want to go? Yeah, you'll still leave work. You'll still go home. You'll still eat your burritos at the table. That's what I love to eat, by the way. You'll watch your TV, you'll go to bed and you'll repeat and rinse cycle. You'll keep doing the same things over and over again. And you're going to find yourself, your life's going to be a catastrophe because I'm going to tell you what, folks, you're going to be 40 years old. Your wife's going to leave you. You're not going to be able to see your kids. You're going to be drug addicted. You're going to be financially ruined, bankrupt. IRS is coming after you. And you're going to decide, you know what? All the chemicals that you're on, all the street drugs, all the alcohol, all the pharmaceuticals from your doctor, it's not doing the trick. And you're going to wake up one day and you're going to realize, man, I don't want to live this life anymore. And then you just realize you got nothing else to give anymore and you're going to check out. I know, man, because I've been there. I've been there. This isn't a mental health podcast either. This is a time for you to look in the mirror. And if you want to be 8 feet tall and bulletproof, now's the time to do it. Just look in the mirror and say to yourself, now's the time for me to make change. And what am I going to have to do? You're going to have to get completely uncomfortable and redesign everything about yourself. And you're going to have to realize this, how you're living is wrong. And now it's time to get uncomfortable. I challenge you to get up at 4:30 in the morning. Dare you to get up at 4:30 in the morning. I dare you to write your goals out. I dare you to write down something that if I knew I couldn't fail, what would I do right now? And you list out your 6 things, activities that'll help you get there. Write out the 3 things that you're not going to do that's going to distract you. What are the bad things, bad habits that you're doing right now that are slowing you down from getting where you want to go? And then be good to people, man. Just be good to people. If you don't have anything nice to say, then don't say it at all. Actions speak louder than words. Talk is cheap. They taught us this stuff in 6th grade. We should start using it. Think about how your life would be if you didn't get into social media. Instead of consuming social media, what if you contributed in social media? The big picture is this, man, and I'm going to put it this. Be careful in nothing. Be careful in absolutely nothing. When you walk into a room, because you've been getting up early, you've been writing your goals, you've been hanging around the right people, you've been doing the right thing, you're talking the right talk, you got the right affirmations, you're 8 feet tall and bulletproof, and you're twisted steel and sex appeal, and you're everything that you wanted to be because you know you're living right. How is it when that person walks into a room? You're the A game. You're the alpha. You are everything that you wanted to be, and you're the person you want to hang around with. And everybody in that room knows it. You don't have to say a word because you're living right. That's what it's all about. That's, to me, when I hear that, be careful in nothing, man, don't be careful in anything. Risk it. Put it out there. Put the work in. And like I said before in one of the other podcasts, I hope you checked it out. You do this for about 60 days, and when you come out, you're going to be unrecognizable. That's what it's all about. You got a message to share. And if you're willing to put that message out there and broadcast it on a podcast, to put it on YouTube, on social media or what, hey, just put it out there. There's other people that need your help. There's other people that are waiting for you to show up. There are other people in life that are waiting for you to figure it out. And when you figure it out, they want you to do something with it. Because when you figure it out and you don't do something about it, you're dead. You just start dying. And that's what my problem was. I didn't want to risk it 10 years ago because I was worried about what the spouse would think. I was worried about what my employer would think. I just got worried all the time. And every time I turned around, I'm thinking to myself, who am I? I'm living in fear. You know what? It's not the way it's supposed to be. So today's the day. I'm going to ask you, man. Been asking for 2.5 years. Today's the day. Do you have it in you? Today's the day I want you to get out of your comfort zone and live on purpose.
Say goodbye.
Want more of the No Comfort Zone? You can follow Dan on Instagram and Twitter at NoComfortZone1.
Bye.
Or on the web at thenocomfortzone.com.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to the No Comfort Zone podcast.